matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Allen now on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back. And it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Bryant has it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll look to throw. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go!
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here's Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try. This is intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First down. Mixon. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. Tyson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. (7-7) our score after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. 2nd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Complete to Bryant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching will remember the 12. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Joe Mixon. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Throwing his Allen on third. This complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Execute into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, Tyson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Catch made by Fulgham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Allen again. Complete to Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Switch.
Back to throw now on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. 30. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They're going to be stopped up on his first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Second down and inches. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, Jerome Baker in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for 2nd place all time. On 3rd and long, it's Allen, and the pressure gets to him again. Jerome Baker, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 20. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll run on 1st down. Tyson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Allen now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Eifert. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerome Baker in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. To try again after the sack. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker, he has now done it. That is career sack number 201. He has the all-time NFL record, surpassing the previous mark set by Hall of Famer Bruce Smith. Now Allen, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun to give to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, it's Allen, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw, and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Eifert. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Bryant has it. And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. He's back to throw. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game.
Allen's pass intended for Tyler Eifert.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. On 1st down, Tyson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 3. Flushed out right. Complete to Bryant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.